Hi, James. I'm in my car right now, and I thought I would give you a video of maybe some answers to you to why you see like the angel numbers on cars. It's like I'm on a quest to try and figure it out, and I cannot give you one answer. It's possibilities. We do live in what seems to be a holographic world. That was a book, The Holographic Universe. Some writers have talked about beings that can insert holographic inserts into our holographic reality. The Matrix movies are. I'm trying not to get too much into everything being the Matrix, because I've done a lot of videos on my YouTube channel about that, and it gets kind of stale. So I'm trying to get away from that. But, some of the other ideas are that thoughts that you hold in mind tend to manifest out. So if you're looking for help from a lot of people, maybe, I don't know about you, but, I grew up when I was a child, I was taken to church and I believed in, all that kind of stuff. So, the idea of angels made sense. And then when Doreen Virtue put out this idea that there's, you can look for angel numbers, and then you start seeing these things. So it's quite possible that there are angelic beings that do have advanced capabilities beyond what a human can do. And so, it could very well be that there are angels that are doing this thing. By the same token, sometimes have horrible nightmares that, it's not angelic, it's definitely demonic. So it could be that we have angels and demons that are affecting our world. It's like a rabbit hole trying to figure it all out. The fates and destinies. Are you fated to a certain thing, or do you have a destiny? Do you have any free will or not? I don't want to tell you what my opinion is right now, but, if you're interested in this thing, I make a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. And if you use this, you can link right in there and take a look at some of the wild and wacky things I put up. I do comic characters there too. And on my Instagram is Burroughs Bobby. And you can look at all kinds of stuff that I put there. I don't really endorse anything that I post of anybody else's stuff. It's just stuff that I look at, and if it looks interesting, I'll put it up. In the end, I think everything is run by mind, capital M mind, or some people call it capital S self. It's like there has to be a unity behind everything, and the great mind, of that runs everything, and then suborders of the great mind. And then it just gets more and more complicated. And, the idea that there's beings on other dimensions does make sense to me. It's possible. Other realms, for example, that we can't see. There's a lot you can go into with it. It's not a simple answer. And I think that's what makes it so interesting, is that, the more you dig, the more you find out, the more you learn. And just when you think you've got it all figured out, something comes along and you have to throw away everything you learned before and start all over again. So the great psychic Ingo Swann wrote a book called Reality Boxes. And reality boxes, I like to use that term because each reality box is like a map of reality. And, when the map doesn't work anymore, you throw away that reality box and you move on to something new, build a new map. And sometimes you have to jump back to some of your previous maps because, they're useful in certain ways. I mean, a map is never the actual reality. It's a guidebook, and reality is reality. So, your description of reality is like a step away from the actual reality. And, it's what we love to do as humans. We love to map out these things. Trying to figure it out is it's the basic drive of being human. So As for why the numbers are up there, well, I think, it's just simply that Doreen Virtue has put that out there, and Google has tapped into her database. So it's all available, and the 1111 phenomenon, it's been going on for me for a very long time. These number codes on digital clocks for a very long time. Even when I was a boy, I used to walk down the street and streetlights would go out while I walked by, and I just thought it was kind of odd. I thought maybe they were recycling or something, and it was just a random thing. But it happens to me every day that I drive around, and streetlights come on and off as I drive by. So, and I get strange things with electronics. Sometimes computers crash. I've seen weird things with Facebook Messenger, where it's like the buttons press itself. I'm watching, and the buttons to send to people items. Facebook pushes the buttons itself. So, I can't explain it. It's not me pushing the button, but I'm seeing the stuff happen. I see weird stuff happen. It's magic. And, Arthur C. Clarke said advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So, there's a lot of high-tech stuff that was never disclosed to us. And, the more you get into it, it's clear that there's all kinds of intelligences at work in our super hologram that we call Earth. So that's the long and the short of it, kind of long, but there you go. Thanks a lot.